my name is Kat Lockery. I am a digital communications consultant helping startups and creative businesses revamp their businesses online through meaningful content and authentic communities. I'm currently based in Berlin and took the leap to working remotely several years ago. When I've engaged other freelancers to work as part of my remote team, such as a virtual assistant or content creator, I've always aimed to keep communication as the key, most vital part of the relationship to work on. So I've focused on setting up the right tools, ensuring there's clear task outlines and deadlines, and have provided opportunities for feedback and ways to improve, especially also from my end. Using tools like Slack and Asana are super helpful here, and a really good way to get off emails and too many emails back and forth, especially if there's too many people in the remote team. I also have set up processes to ensure that guidelines have been created and processes for documentation, so that this makes it easier for new people coming on board, and also for clarity on every step of the way of how things are to be done. So I think using Google Docs and ensuring that documentation is kept up to date is really vital as well in managing a remote team.
Hi, my name is Melissa Packham. I'm a freelance brand strategist currently based in Brisbane, Australia. I've been a digital nomad now for just over a year. And one thing that I've learned about managing a remote team or working in a remote team is that there is no problem that can't be solved by using open and honest communication. I think being a remote employee makes you a better communicator because you can't necessarily rely on body language. You have to work with people from different languages as their background, so you have to overcome language barriers. And by doing that, by having to do that, you communicate more clearly, I think. It teaches you to speak more simply and to write more simply and to get to the point and get through all the fluff, which is great.
I actually don't think that team management is really that different at a distance, because ultimately a team is all about communication and deadlines and people doing the things they say they're going to do. And whether you've discussed that in person or face-to-face in a meeting or in a call or in an email, it's all pretty much the same. I haven't really noticed a big difference depending on when I am remote and getting things done or when I'm actually sort of in the office, because sometimes I go and visit. So yeah, I think team management, the challenges of team management transcend the specifics of where people are and how exactly they're keeping in touch.
Hi, I'm Kit Whalen, currently in Barcelona. I've been a nomad for over 8 years. I run a digital marketing consultancy. I'm also the co-founder of the 7 and 7 Nomad Conference, and I co-host the podcast Nomad and Spice for location-independent women. How I manage a remote team is a really big question. I have a global team that I'm a founder of. I have my 2-person podcast team, and I also work remotely with clients all over the world, some of whom are used to remote work and are really good at it, and others are who are trying it for the first time. So what I found is that it's really important to tailor how I work to each different team's needs. It's about finding the communication style that works best for each person. Regularly scheduled check-ins are obvious. Digital status updates at a pre-scheduled time, plus weekly video calls are a great way to go about building a relationship. But having clear goals, clear expectations, and chains of command, as well as very clear areas of responsibility are really key. And then once a year, I suggest getting together in person if possible to break down what worked, what didn't, and how your team can iterate and improve over the coming months. I also always pay attention to other teams and learn from them and learn from what they're doing. We know nothing is set in stone, and we're always trying to improve. This is not a new way of working, but the toolbox is always widening. Every month, it seems, there's a new tool that can help a remote team be more effective. But overall, the most important thing that I would say is making sure that everyone on your teams knows that you have their back no matter what.